Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the TED Show. I'm not at the Citrus Club. Bert Pearsall got me out and about today, and I am at the Mehta Metaphysical Center with Amy Anderson, Ted Skorman, and the Mehta behind Mehta Metaphysical Center, Vipin Mehta. And we are currently in, and you can see a beautiful crystal behind me. We're in the Crystal Temple of Global Healing. And we're filming, and I am excited. I did a tour. I got to meet these amazing human beings. I've already gotten a crystal that I'm very thankful for. And I'm just excited for you all to experience some of the energy that I have experienced already here by viewing our show. And I would love for you to get to know more about the Mehta Metaphysical Center. So welcome you all. How are you today?
Great.
Good to be here.
Good. Excited.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what I was walking into.
Mm-hmm.
This is me being a very adventurous, curious person, and Bert being a great friend of mine. And so I'm like, yes, I would love to. I walked in. You have there's an immediate calm, almost welcoming. I'm not sure exactly how to describe it, but you are in a good place. You feel good. And so that energy comes from everybody. And you all know me long enough to know I talk about energy a lot. I'm not as well versed as these three human beings are, but I am definitely into energy. And I love when I feel that kind of welcoming and acceptance. So we're going to talk about origin story here for each of my guests. And we're going to do ladies first. And we're going to introduce Amy Anderson.
And my name is Amy Anthony.
Oh, Anthony. Why did I wrote it down right there.
Perfect.
This is what happens. I'm calm. I'm forgetting things.
It's all good. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Ted, for being with us in this space. And again, my name is Amy Anthony. I have had the good fortune of being immersed in and sharing the sacred temple healing arts, I call them, for more than 30 years. And for me, that expands many modalities: sound healing, energy transmissions, Amazonian ceremonies, sacred sites, sacred rites, and more. But I want to zoom in my origin story on sound healing. I was sharing with Ted just before we set the recording live, but that when you think back about when it started from this perspective, there are many starting points. And I think that's true for all of us. But with sound healing specifically, the crystal bowls, I work with crystalline vibrational sound, among other things. And I remember when I was younger, about 30 years ago, I was going through a depression, through a relationship issue. A lot of trauma was going on. And I went to a local store known as the Spiral Circle, run by a woman named Beverly. And as I walked in the store that day, and I've always been connected with sound and movement and dance, the body. And she showed me this small bowl made of crystal, this crystal bowl. And that day I took that bowl home, and I decided the whole weekend, all I was going to do was play that bowl. And so that's what I did. What I noticed was, and I also bought a recording of the bowl so I could play it in the background. Through Friday night, as I started playing that bowl with the music playing in the background, I started feeling this concentration of energy. And then the next morning I woke up and I realized this sense of depression literally had lifted from my toes. It felt clear and clean all the way up to the midline of my body. As the day continued and I kept playing sound, I felt this clarity, but this depression like a cloud around me, just up to here. And by the end of the day, Saturday, literally poof, the entire field of what I had been experiencing as depression totally changed. And the next day, Sunday morning, I literally started receiving all these symbols and understandings, codes that I would call spiritual energy that transformed me. And literally from that day, I have played crystal bowls pretty much every day of my life. And I love to say sound, it never lets you down. So that's the origin for me with the crystalline vibrational sound of crystal bowls.
I'm fascinated by all of that. I'm listening to you and thinking, okay, I need a crystal bowl. Not a crystal ball, but a crystal bowl. I just love it. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. And Amy Anthony. All right, next up, Ted Skorman. I'm going to get that one right. I'm going to get the first name right anyway. This is Ted. Welcome, Ted.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you for the introduction. I like your name. I have two paths in my life. Been in the entertainment business my whole life. Have a huge agency. We book the biggest national entertainers all over the world. And the other path of my life has been energy work, Tai Chi, Qigong, martial arts. I always wanted a way to measure energy, to really measure it scientifically. And we found a machine developed in Germany for medical diagnosis. We use it here at our center to diagnose, we don't diagnose, but to measure the energy of every organ in your body, the frequency of it, your 7 chakras, how they're vibrating in percentages. How I came to meet Vipin at the center was no coincidence, because there are no coincidences. 12 years ago, a friend of mine convinced me to go hear a person who could channel. And when we went to get our seats, I sit down and somebody taps me on my shoulder. And I turn around and he said, I've never seen you at one of these before. I said, it's my first time. He says, my name is Vipin. I said, excuse me? He says, my name is Vipin. I said, my name is Ted. He said, what do you do? I said, I'm an ego manager. He goes, excuse me? I said, an ego manager. He says, what does that mean? Music business, teaching martial arts, everything to do with energy, everything to do with egos. At that moment, we clicked and connected wherever we were in the world. Here's what happened. We live 5 minutes from each other in Orlando.
Wow.
And since then, I got involved with the center, and I hope Vipin run the center and expand it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Ted. Again, that was great. I love to talk about energy too. And I'm fascinated by chakras. I don't know all of them, but I know there's multiples of them. I've done some meditation in the past with chakras, not knowing what I was supposed to know, but I felt good doing it. You could feel the energy. All right. Last but not least, of course, we have the founder of Mehta Metaphysical Center. This is Vipin Mehta, and I'm very excited and honored to be here with you, Vipin. So welcome to the show, and tell us, I don't know where you're going to start, but I'm going to be fascinated by what you share. So welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful to you for giving me the opportunity to share the evolution of human consciousness. I call the New Age spirituality, whatever you call the name. It's the 21st century, will take to the 22nd century. Let me share my journey of life. In this lifetime, I was born in India. The whole purpose of my lifetime in this lifetime is to be more spiritual. That's why India was booming during the Mahatma Gandhi. And during the Mahatma Gandhi time, I was born. And then during the time, I learned the lesson of truth, goodness, and beauty, especially truth and goodness by Mahatma Gandhi. Then I come across the Rabindranath Tagore. He's a mystic poet, and he won 1913. He got the Nobel, first Indian guy who got the Nobel Prize winner. And he was wonderful. He taught me the beauty. There are the 3 windows. You can see the universe, or you can see the God, Goddess, all that is, all the existence. Existence is my special word. For the modern word, we call existence is my God, Goddess, all that is. Okay. Then I came across another mystic person called J. Krishnamurti. At the age of 24, he gave me the first experience going beyond body, mind, beyond the body and mind. And then I get to experience the first consciousness for 15 seconds or 1 minute or 2 minutes. Then I come across the one I wanted to be. Then I studied all the Prime Minister Nehru. He was a historian, and he was very much historian, and he wrote a beautiful book, World History, because he got master degree from Oxford University in history, and he became Prime Minister. I was very fascinated to read the book History. And one of the paragraph I learned that is very interesting to learn the history, but it's more interesting to be part of the history. I developed a little motivation to be part of the history. Then I come across the modern mystic, or what rebellious mystic, super rebellious mystic. And suddenly I heard one sentence I heard from him: keep away from the crowd. I'm translating in English language. If we want to connect with the divinity or God, Goddess, all that is be in the solitude. And then he attracted me. He's a very mystic. He's a modern, I call is a modern Buddha, modern Jesus Christ of 20th century. And that attracted me. And suddenly one of the discourse I was attending, he came to one sentence. History is the journey of human ego and the mythology journey of human soul. Since then I followed the soul. And there is the soul's call to adventure. Then I had to earn money through my engineering. I got BS degree, and then I got political science degree from America, BS degree for engineering from India. And I need the food on the table, so I need the food on the table. Inside, deep down inside, soul was hungry. I'm hungry. At the same time, become very hungry. I wanted more in the spirituality, and that inspired me. And then I came across America. And America, I come across my spiritual friend. He doesn't like to be called spiritual. I keep in the suspense for that with the spiritual. And that take me to the next level. He does not have physical body. He is visiting planet Earth. That is more than Stephen Gilbert's movie is beyond Stephen Gilbert's movie is a scientific movie. And this is the real movie of the life when I come across it. I will keep a suspense who is that. And that will take you to that. And that helps me for the last 30 years to search for the most modern mystic, rebellious mystic that is known. Let me give the name. Is a Rajneesh, we call in America, all over the world is known as Osho. And now I found somebody who is a complementary. The blend, one is a physical body, human being, and one does not have a physical body, is visiting planet Earth. And that was the work. They are complementary to each other. And that is the evolution of human consciousness. That is the metaphysics. Meta means beyond physics, beyond science and technology, beyond physical universe. That is what is it? First thing is you go within and you find out of something which is beyond space and time. That is Albert Einstein called the imagination. Imagination is more important than the knowledge. Albert Einstein planted the seed in 20th century. He planted the seed of imagination in the physical universe. And now we are enjoying the fruit of imagination in the inner world.
Yes.
And that was through the meditation, metaphysical meditation, we enjoy the fruit of the imagination. And then you go to the physical universe and other universes also. And that inspired me to go further and further. That I planted the seed and created the Mehta Metaphysical Center. Metaphysics is the evolution of human consciousness, because all we learn in the outer world, go to University of Florida, or you go to Harvard, or Stanford, or Oxford, or IIT in India, is logic, reason, and rationality. But we live in two worlds. One is the outer world, and one is inner world. Inner world we have to go beyond, because we have to balance the science and technology is a double-edged sword. He gave the positivity and negative. He created the nuclear power and nuclear bomb. You go to Facebook, you connect the people and divide the people. You have terror. Everybody divided. And there's all logic, reason, rationality. We have to go beyond. We have to evolve the human consciousness. That we have to go within and evolve the human consciousness to balance it all.
And I'm not learning, right? I'm thinking.
Yes, that's what you go to university, you are learning. When you are going inside within and do the metaphysical meditation, you are learning. Because you are going on the subconscious mind to the altered state of mind, going to subconscious mind, change the mindset. Because we are all divided, whole universe now physically all divided. Physically divided, politically divided, and then you got religiously divide. Machiavelli, divide and conquer. And everything now we are coming to the third stage, third world war of the nuclear warfare. That's why I want to create the evolution of consciousness, which will take you to the next level. I'm planting the seed.
Well, you planted a beautiful seed here. Tell me, and I don't know if everybody wants to pop in, but there are different crystal temples here at the Mehta Metaphysical Center. It's a it's a building in Winter Park, and it is beautifully done. We will share some of the pictures later on, but you can see we're in a particular room, like I talked about earlier. We're in the Crystal Temple of Global Healing, and there's a large crystal behind Amy. And so each room has its own crystal or multiple crystals. It has a function and a purpose, and I'm assuming an energy. They're different. They have different, maybe different purposes or different whys. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Amy? Give us a little 411 on what we're in now, and maybe give us a description of each of the other rooms.
Sure, thank you. So Mr. Mehta, as he was sharing, he spent his life seeking. He's a map maker, among other things, and he has grounded and anchored this 4 crystal temples so far here at our Mehta Metaphysical Center. This one is the beautiful Crystal Temple of Global Healing. And our guardian is this 1,400-pound rose quartz flame that is just incredible. And then around this room, we have amethyst trees, we have incredible crystals called celestials and citrine and so much more. You have to come to see it. And on the walls surrounding this space, we have all of the images that are included in one of the, or 3 of the 4 books that Mr. Mehta has written called the Global Healing Trilogy. So as you come into this space, and we invite you to do so, we have free Saturday meditations once a month, but you can walk around and really just take in what we call these maps. You can literally sit and spend 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days just meditating or contemplating one of these and still learn more. So this space anchors the energy of love, compassion, and healing for individual and global healing. That's our first temple that I'm sharing with you today. Our actual very first temple to ground into our center is downstairs. I know, Ted, you had a really beautiful connection.
I sure did. It was the Temple of Love.
Exactly. It's the Temple of Love. And in that temple, we have a beautiful rose quartz sphere. And in that space, we have rose quartz trees, these huge rose quartz hearts. And on the wall in that incredible space are all the seekings or sharings, we don't call them teachings, for love. So it's the phases of love, the resistances to love, self-love, etc., and just a beautiful space. The third incredibly equally beautiful crystal temple is the Crystal Temple of Soul and Spirit, soul being feminine and spirit being masculine energy. And in that space, we have a beautiful large crystal representing feminine soul that has quartz and earth in her. And then we have a spirit, beautiful crystal, and then one in the middle merging the two. And there are all the seekings and sharings about the feminine energy of soul and the masculine of spirit. And then in a side room there, we have our 4th crystal temple, and it is the Crystal Temple of Goddess Lakshmi of Prosperity. And again, it is a wealth of Mr. Mehta's sharings, these seekings, and it is 4 phases of maps. The first one is consciously creating success. The second one is consciously creating abundance. The third one is consciously maintaining and generating fortune. And then finally, it's the consciously creating prosperity, which is the joy of loving and living life. So we invite you to come and to be in them. I know, Ted, you said, being in them is experiencing it.
Yes.
And it's a feeling that you receive.
It's a feeling. That's the best way I could describe it. I felt different energy in each room. I read the sharings on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Is that sharings on the wall? Just all fascinating. It's something I feel like intrinsically people are very interested in the metaphysical. They just don't know that's the name of what they're interested in. They feel drawn to it. They feel like they want to connect, that there's got to be something about it, but it remains mystical to them, for lack of a better word. And so they don't exactly know how to embrace it or where to embrace it. What's amazing is here you have an entire facility, an entire center that is focused on encouraging you and bringing you in and allowing you to experience what you need to experience, or maybe what you're seeking, because they have meditation. And I want to talk a little bit about that too. I want to talk about if somebody's listening and they want to, they're like, okay, I love that, but I'm a little intimidated. How would it work? Do they reach out to you? Do they come for a free Saturday session. Not session's my word. That's a terrible word. But tell us a little bit about that.
Can I add one
Please.
quick thing before?
Please.
Which I think is very important. You felt it when you walked in.
I did.
Each room is tuned, specific. It's not just take a crystal and put it down in a space, right? They're tuned specifically to what we want to happen in that room. And as an example, we had one of the smartest people we've ever met from Gaia TV was here, travels the world, and said, Ted, I've been everywhere. I've seen metaphysical centers, spiritual centers. I have never seen this much in one place. That's so incredible. Yeah. So I just wanted to.
No, I love that. I didn't know. So Tune, which you can learn all about everything here. There are books that Mehta has written. There is all of this work that he put in developing the sharings or sharing the sharings. And I think you have the crystals in each room. And Bert had a great reaction to one. I was very blessed, and I want to show everybody when I was in the love room. This is a gorgeous crystal that Mehta meditated with me over. Again, this is Tedisms. But I just felt that. You feel it. I think that if you open yourself up, this could be some of the stuff that you are missing from the outside world. So tell me, so somebody says, I want to come in.
Yeah, Amy should answer because that's a great question you asked.
Yeah. Every month we offer free once a month Saturday meditations, and Mr. Mehta selects a meditation and a focus. For example, being loved, or inviting more love into your life, forgiveness, things of this nature. And during that Saturday, it's a number of hours that our center is open, and we invite people just to come. All of the temples are open, and you're invited just to roam around, have some tea, have some snacks, and then we come together in this room and we meditate. Mr. Mehta opens with about maybe 30 minutes of sharing a bit about the meditation we're going to listen to and together receive and experience. And then we do that as a group. And it's a powerful experience to be in community in these spaces with a beautiful intention for love, joy, and healing. And then after that meditation is over, you can connect with some of the different guides, such as we have a psychic, we have a hypnotist, we have Ted, who offers his modalities, I'm playing sound, etc. And people just walk around and get to know each other. People experience the energy and they make connections. In addition, once a month, I offer a 2-hour crystal bowl sound healing meditation. You come, lay down on a cushion mat, and just let go. And we have special workshops. I know Ted is going to be sharing a special workshop with a special guest coming in from Las Vegas, etc. So we're always sharing new things each month. But every month, we have a free Saturday meditation and we have a sound meditation.
Thank you. Mehta, let me ask you, or let me tell you, you feel joy when you walk in. I think I mentioned that earlier. I'm a joyful person anyway, but you can't not feel, in my opinion, my experience so far, you can't not feel joy when you walk in here. There's a calming joy. I don't exactly know how to put it. Is that what you want people to feel? Tell us when somebody leaves here, let's say they come to either the sound bowl, sound healing, or they come to the free Saturday session, meditation. Thank you. When they leave, what do you want them to feel? What do you want them to have experienced?
First, many people come for the healing.
Yes.
Pains or sufferings or the physical pain or the mental, emotional, and that. They feel. At the same time, they create the future, because they are stuck with the depression and the loneliness or all kind of hurts and jealousy and everything. And they want to go create the future. They release the whole secret. They get the forgiveness is the greatest elixir, and they create. That when you take to then you can create the future. Then they become a co-creator. Whole secret co-creator, not a worker, not an employee. And they become co-creation. And then take you to the next level. Then the happiness, there is the duality. All the emotion is the duality. Happiness, there is the unhappiness also. Sometimes you become successful, you are very happy. And then failure comes and you are very nervous. It's the same problem. Joy is the one you take you, the instantly gratification. That is we are a crystal temple of Goddess Lakshmi, a crystal temple of sacred journey of prosperity, of joy, of living and loving life. Whole secret is to joyfully live, so you are coming closer and closer to divinity. Because joy is the one take you to the divinity. Okay, but if you are living in the logic, reason, rationality, then you are still trapped with the duality.
Yes.
Because all the logic, reason, and rationality is full of duality. Okay, now you're going beyond the duality. There is the oneness, and the one joy will take you to the oneness. Okay, that was the metaphysics comes how to change the mindset. Then you convert the negative emotion into positive emotion, and then you convert the one point concept. When during the meditation, one point you drop the mindset, the neither body nor mind, and the first time you experience the divinity, that you connect with the soul and spirit. That is called in yoga we call blissful body. Blissful body with our Sanskrit language with Anandmaya course. The first Anandmaya course, you are killed like dancing and singing and everything. There is nothing to worry about it. No happiness, no unhappiness. You're just connecting with the divinity. Then you don't have to seek the God. Whatever the secret of the metaphysics and spirituality is what God seeks to you. You become an attractor. You are not a seeker. Now, if you become an attractor, the divinity looks for you because we are full of joy and love. The whole secret of divinity, you become more joyful, that you don't have to ask God, please help me this, me that. God automatically comes. God, I call God, God is all that. This is the modern 21st century, God and Goddess. This is a feminine energy, masculine energy, and they work together, create big existence. Billions of stars and planetary systems and universe. The physical universe is just nothing. It's 80 billion light years. When you tear apart the sky, you can see the another universe which is bigger than physical universe. That is through the meditation, through the power of imagination. You break the power of imagination. Then one point you go beyond the powers of imagination, boundaries of imagination. You connect with the soul, spirit, and divinity. We call higher consciousness. We call higher self.
There's two emotions that you're asking people feel always. They come in, a smile comes on their face.
Yeah.
So they feel joy.
Yes.
Then they feel peace.
Yes.
And if you listen to what Vipin just said, what he wants to do is make people realize there's more than just what is in this brain. That the mind and the consciousness can grow, and he wants people to see that here and learn it so they expand.
Yeah. And I want to say something on top of that. It's transcending the mindset and transcending the emotions. And in Mr. Mehta's fourth book, Consciously Creating Creativity, it's the 8 metaphysical pillars to create your reality. So it's transcending the pain and the constriction, but it also is like the next level in that bliss body of consciously creating and generating, as he said, attracting. So we have this process of going within. Who am I? What is the purpose of my life? And then we, at a point, drop it, and we know that what we're seeking is seeking us. And the way that Mr. Mehta has mapped all of these things, from moving from constriction to expansion and consciously creating your reality, is really powerful. It's like both sides of the equation.
And I want to add,
Sure.
my favorite pillar in the constantly creating is the last pillar, sharing.
Sharing.
More you share, there will be more of it. Full of abundance. Now, abundance is material abundance, money and the real estate and everything. Then next one is the abundance of multidimensional, mental. Then you got emotional abundance. Then you got spiritual abundance. Now we are working with the Dylan and the Amy created how to constantly create abundance.
Yes.
And when you got abundance, you share it. The moment you share, it comes. The only emotion, more you share, it comes bounce back.
Yes.
Love.
Agreed.
There's no infinite love. There's nothing. Because it's in physicality, if you take a bucket of water from the ocean is minus bucket of the water. When you give the share, the love it becomes double, it comes back. Okay. That is, sharing is the most full of abundance. My secret is of sharing. More you share, and you become more joyful.
I agree with that.
I'm ready to share with you.
All right. Yeah.
I shared with you the crystal.
You did, which was such a beautiful gift. Thank you. Before we wrap up, and then somebody can tell me best way to reach everyone and how they can get to you. And of course, their website is scrolling across the bottom there. Mehta, when you talk about joy, I'm a big believer. Joy has just always been in my life. I think it's just with you, no matter what you're going through. What brings you joy?
I feel like now when I'm talking to you, when I gave a crystal to you, you bring me a lot of joy. I share with you.
Yes.
There's no end. I keep dancing. When I was young, I was dancing with the Elvis Presley, rock and roll, and I put the twist. And now then with all the disco dancer, and now I'm dancing. I'm laughing and smiling, everything. Joy, a lot of joy. Unbelievable.
Can I give you my answer?
Yes, please.
Joy is the journey, because the destination is a moving target.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good. I'm going to let that one sink in. How about you, Amy?
For me, joy is being totally present in the moment, connected heart, receiving spirit.
Wonderful. All right. So the website's scrolling across the bottom, but you do have social media groups, things that you want them to follow, and ways for them to reach out to you.
Yeah. So our website is metametaphysicalcenter.com. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all at metaphysicalcenter.com. And Mr. Mehta, as he said, what brings him joy is sharing, and that is real deal, sincere truth. Everywhere he goes, whether we're in a restaurant, just he and I, or we're in the middle of a meditation with hundreds of people, or he's at someone else's event, he is going to be sharing. It is his joy. And here at the center, he's here, and during the weekdays, he offers meetings and tours with you. So if you feel a resonance and you can't make the meditation, reach out to us through our website, metaphysicalcenter.com. And I think there's a button to schedule a tour, or contact us, and trust me, he will find time to joyfully connect and share with you.
You all are a blessing. Thank you, Bert, for the introduction. Sorry, Dylan, I just tapped on my mic. Thank you, Ted and Amy and Mehta. What a blessing to be here. I feel energized. I don't know how peace you brought up earlier. I think that's the feeling of calm that I was trying to express. There's a sense of peace, but also a sense of joy and a sense of belonging. So what a beautiful experience. You all please check out Metaphysical Center.com, but you can also find them on social media, and we'll put that in the body of this in the comments below. Go ahead.
And YouTube, check out our YouTube channel. We have more than 150 videos, and we have so many of Mr. Mehta's sharings there. We have a series on forgiveness. We have a series on the 7 treasures hidden within the core of fear, how to walk from fear to hope. And we're now shooting the 4 phases of creating prosperity. So join us there as well.
Again, such a blessing. Thank you, Vipin. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Ted, Bert, Dylan. You all check it out. You're not going to be disappointed. So much love and joy and energy, positive energy in this room and this entire building. So thank you, guys. Thank you. We'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.